Seriously, my video editing timeline used to look like an absolute war zone after every single recording session. If my editor ever saw the sheer volume of my blunders chopped out, I'm convinced his head would spin right off. He probably genuinely hates me, because he was spending hours manually snipping out all of my tiny mistakes. But I finally found this incredible tool that honestly cut my required editing time down massively. It's called Vizard. This AI tool simply turns those long, messy videos into ready-to-post clips by handling all the annoying stuff automatically. I want to quickly walk you through exactly how I use it, because it's become a permanent part of my workflow now. The first thing you need to know is you absolutely do not need to be a technical wizard to get started with this. You just head over to their site, sign up for an account, and you are instantly ready to upload your first file. When you open the dashboard, you land in a clean space where you can easily drag in all of your raw footage. I literally drag in my entire raw 37-minute recording and name the project something ridiculous like Uncut Chaos. One of the absolute best features is how Vizard handles all that boring but totally necessary cleanup automatically. You know, I'm constantly saying filler words like, repeating lines, or just pausing awkwardly to collect my thoughts. Vizard actively detects all that filler, any repeated takes, and even dead silence completely on its own. So instead of me manually scrubbing through 37 minutes just to find every single and clumsy pause, the AI suggested all the cuts. After the tool worked its initial magic, my 37-minute clip immediately dropped down to about 13 minutes of truly usable content. That means more than 20 minutes of dead air and genuine flubs were completely gone in just a few short minutes of processing. Now, you always maintain the ability to tweak just how aggressive the cutting process should be, which is absolutely key for quality. I definitely don't want the AI deleting a thoughtful pause or a deliberate dramatic beat I intended to keep in the final cut. You can actually set the silence threshold quite precisely, say to just half a second, and anything longer gets compressed or removed. That one simple control instantly shaves off so much unnecessary padding and instantly improves the overall pace of the video. But Vizard is certainly not just about removing unwanted silence or obvious filler words from your recording. It actually scans your entire long video and intelligently identifies the most likely moments that are going to go viral next. I personally call this its auto-editing superpower, because it actively finds those high-energy bits and punchlines. It pinpoints those crucial jump-in points that work perfectly for creating engaging short-form social media clips every time. Once it suggests these great highlight clips, you can either batch export them all at once or even schedule them directly to post. Just imagine recording one long interview and getting 5 to 10 snackable clips instantly ready for posting without pulling your hair out. That seamless transition from long-form recording to multi-platform content is precisely what makes this tool so incredibly special. When you compare this to other tools like Runway or generic one-click editors, you start seeing the difference right away. Those other tools might do a decent job removing the quiet bits and bad takes. They don't always surface the absolute best viral highlights. Some are hyper-focused on just one single task, like maybe only cleaning up the audio or only doing basic trimming. But Vizard really bundles the entire loop, find, edit, and schedule into one comprehensive, friction-free workflow for the user. It's fundamentally not just about deleting mistakes. It's about actively creating those highly shareable, engaging moments from your footage. Speaking of quality, yes, I am often recording only on my camera's internal mic when I don't want to haul my heavy studio setup around. Vizard thankfully includes built-in audio cleanup that expertly removes distracting background noise and perfectly levels your vocal track. You can genuinely hear the improvement in your audio quality within just a few seconds of processing time. I used to waste half of every editing session just cleaning up audio or sending it off to my dedicated audio engineer. Now Vizard does a solid first pass on the sound, meaning my raw clips are already significantly better quality right out of the gate. It won't sound like a professional studio track, but it's absolutely good enough to save me several crucial hours every single week. There's also a really nice layer of visual polish, particularly with the auto crop and zoom options available for every clip. These settings expertly mimic those classic jump cut zooms you constantly see trending across all the popular creator content channels. If you happen to move around a lot or sit slightly off center, it can instantly reframe your shots to better match the energy of the current cut. You get to toggle this cropping effect on or off for each individual clip, giving you back some of that important creative control. Plus, you can adjust how tightly it crops the frame so the result never feels overly robotic or strangely close up on your face. I mentioned the scheduling functionality earlier, and this is truly where Vizard starts to feel like a professional, grown-up tool for serious creators. After the AI extracts all your short clips, you don't have to manually export them and then queue up posts across every single platform. Vizard includes a powerful auto-schedule feature. You just set the frequency you want posts to drop, and it handles the rest for you. For anyone who publishes new content multiple times a week, This auto-scheduling aspect is an absolute game changer for consistency. I used to plan and manually upload every single piece of content, but now I just set the pace and let the AI handle the queuing. It also cleverly integrates a full content calendar right into the platform, so you can visualize everything going live and when. You can easily reschedule posts, tweak captions on the fly, or even swap out a thumbnail all from that single dashboard. If you are striving to maintain a really consistent posting cadence, this centralized view prevents you from dropping the ball when life gets busy. Okay, let's talk about export options, because I know some of you still demand that very precise advanced level of control later on. Vizard fully supports multiple export formats, depending on what your next step in the editing process is going to be. If you happen to be a Premiere Pro user, you can export an XML file that places all the cuts directly onto your timeline with markers, which is clutch. If you prefer a different major editor or don't use Premiere at all, you can always just download the final MP4 video files directly. And yes, if you need subtitles for accessibility or SEO, Vizard allows you to export clean SRT subtitle files as well. So whether you want the one-and-done MP4 or you need granular control in a dedicated NLE, this tool has your back. Even with all this automation, there are still those rare moments when you need extremely precise timing for a micro gesture or a key breath. Vizard fully allows you to jump into that timeline, zoom right in, and split or cut exactly where your intuition tells you to go. I still do this occasionally when I want perfect comedic timing or need to rescue a line the AI accidentally flagged as a repeat. But honestly, for 80 to 90% of all my cuts across the board, the automated suggestions are impressively spot on every time. Let's be completely real about the cost structure, because everyone needs to know about the free entry point. There is a totally free tier, so you can actually test everything out and see the value for yourself before committing financially. You get a whole hour of footage to play with on the free plan, which is usually enough time to see the massive benefit. Then, the paid plans scale up based on the monthly hours you need and which premium features you want access to in your package. I personally run on a higher tier plan because I record about 3 to 4 videos a week, which stacks up to 6 or more hours monthly. Considering the sheer number of hours my editor used to spend cleaning up every single video, the savings are immense. The editing time for tedious work drops dramatically, freeing up my editor for more creative, high-value projects instead. Here are a couple of quick, practical tips directly from my own successful day-to-day process inside the tool. I always make sure to name my projects clearly so that the AI's automatically generated highlight clips are super easy to scan through later. I run the auto highlight pass first, then I quickly skim those suggested clips and manually uncheck anything that feels even slightly off topic. When handling audio, definitely use the built-in noise reduction, but never crank that slider all the way up to 100%. If you max it out, you run the real risk of making your otherwise good voice audio start sounding completely synthetic and unnatural. For the captions, I enable the smart captioning feature first, and then I quickly edit the text to fix any transcription quirks before I ever post. And for everyone concerned about data, rest assured that you retain full ownership and all the rights to your original video content. The AI models process your footage just to create the clips, but the actual video file and its intellectual property remain entirely yours. This is an essential guarantee, especially if you are dealing with any sensitive client information or sponsored brand obligations. Let's quickly circle back to the competition, because I know many of you use other popular editing platforms out there. Yes, Runway is cool for some of its advanced generative effects, or their specific cleanup features, but it isn't built for your social calendar management. Other basic editors will certainly remove the silence, yet they totally fail at surfacing those genuinely best shareable moments for Reels. The fundamental difference is that Vizard is actually engineered for creators who demand less friction between recording and going live across all channels. It serves as that crucial missing bridge between the moment you finish recording and the moment your content is live everywhere. So, if you're currently like I was, recording long videos and struggling with filler words, you absolutely need to try this tool. Use that free hour they offer to really test it out. Upload a long video and see the highlights it automatically finds for you. Clean up the audio a bit, use the scheduler on one clip, and then just watch how quickly you get results without the usual headache. It is definitely not some magical wand that perfects everything instantly, but it's the closest thing to a true time-saving assistant I have ever found. My editor is definitely happier now. My weekly upload cadence is far more reliable, and I actually have time to create more engaging material. If you guys want a full, unfiltered screen share walkthrough, let me know in the comments, and I can definitely film that next. But for today, just trust me, this single tool effectively takes all the mess out of your long-form recordings and turns them into social gold. Try it out yourself, and let me know your initial thoughts, because I'm curious to hear how it impacts your specific creative process. I can even compare it side by side to some of those other tools in a follow-up video if there's enough interest for the nitty-gritty details.